Good morning, I'm Olivia. Welcome to my SilverSneakers Flex Chair Yoga class. Let's get started. Against the back of the chair. Settle in, nice deep breath. Exhale. So for the most part, we always breathe in through the nose and out through the nose in yoga. Sometimes when you really feel like you need to just kind of let go, please feel free to do that. The most important thing is you don't hold your breath, for sure. You let it move in and out. So settle on back. Turn this down just a little bit. Oh, I have one seat here for the last person today. Bless their heart.
They'll find a chair.
They will. Once you got in your car, once you got through the door here, half the battle is over, right? Just to make the commitment. Yes, it is. Just to make.
Finding a chair.
Yeah.
Not that way.
That's part of the workout. Settle in. Let your body sink heavy into these relatively comfortable seats. And the shoulders just sort of sink down. They may come forward. That's okay. We'll correct that later. That front body just sinks to the back body. Your biting teeth have unclenched. That's very important. One more. And then as you open up your eyes, let's move out to the edge of the seat. That just reminded me that I need to turn my phone off. So I will do that right now. Okay. Edge of the seat. This is where we zip up our middle as if you were zipping up a coat, right? So nice and tall. Belly is pulled in. You are on the very tip of the sit bones. And just to be sure we're there, we're going to rock and roll just a little bit here. So what I want you to do is roll the tailbone down underneath you. And then find the tip of the sit bones and go ahead and rock that pelvis forward to come to the tip of the sit bones. And then tip, or to the front of the sit bones. And then tip of the sit bones and then rock back. So you're rocking and rolling on this pelvis here. Tip of the sit bones, go ahead and let it rock forward. Just low half right now. So try to let the shoulders just relax. They don't need to help you do this. And again. And then sit back up nice and tall. And then we're just going to roll side to side and around on the sit bones. It's not the ribs and everything, just the sit bones. One side and the other side. All right. And then find middle ground, all right? Tip of the sit bones firmly planted on both, and that's where we're going to stay for a little bit anyhow. All right. Clasp your hands, press the knuckles forward, drop the chin towards your chest, and from here we're going to roll the shoulders around. And again, and this is where I say, you do you, all right? Whatever feels good to you, do it. If this is not accessible, then you find what does work for you. But the more you move, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the more you'll move. One more time. All right, let's take the palms up and then open out to the side. Palms to the ceiling. Lift the heart. And then, oh yeah, drop the chin. You may have to, we may have to shift around here a little bit when we stand up. We'll do it. You could move this way more because nobody's going to be in that chair. Out and back in. So I'm going to lift my head and then tuck the chin. One more time. And tuck the chin. Now, like you're going to take your hat off, reach to the ceiling. Upward salute. Hands to the right lap. Right side. And look to the right wall. Drop your chin, trace your collarbone, come up looking over the left shoulder. And then let's go back to that right shoulder. And then back to the front. Again, same thing. We'll lift the hat off. Let the hands float to the left hip. Look to the left wall first. And then towards the shoulder, drop the chin, trace your collarbone, come up looking over the right shoulder, and going back looking over the left shoulder. And then back to the front. Deep breath in. We're going to hinge at the hip. The hands are going to come alongside of the calf muscles right there, or the shins. And halfway, slide up just a little bit, bringing the heart forward. I want you to feel the back work when you do that, those back muscles. Belly in, exhale, slide down, and then we're going to reverse swan dive all the way back up. Hands together. Let's do it this way. Elbows and hands together. And then we're going to open back. Did I say that right? Elbows, outside edge of the hands. Tuck your chin, and then open out. Lift the heart here. And again. Press the elbows back, press the knuckles back. And again. One more time. All right, deep breath in, reach to the ceiling, forward fold. And then slide up the legs. Press the hands into the shins and bring the heart forward. Little baby cobra. You should really feel that back fire on when you do that. Deep breath in. Exhale, slide down just a wee bit. Right arm comes out to the side. Let's circle that right arm around. Now you're looking to the ground. That shoulder's going to want to pull up, but don't let that happen. And then lift it to the ceiling if that's accessible, and back down. We take the same thing on the other side. So left arm out to the side, both shoulders facing the ground. Circle it around. And then lift to the ceiling if that works. And come all the way back down. All right, reverse swan dive all the way back up. Let's bring that right arm in, right knee in, forehead to knee. And then extend it back out. And again, bring it in, scoop in the belly. Feel that great stretch across the back because you have C-shaped your spine. And then you're going to lift the heart. Again, and lift. Let's see if we can hold it out there now. Out to the side and back in. A couple of times, let it swing. Well, let's not let the body swing. We'll have to get you swished, moved around. Is there any room back there a little bit? Yeah, maybe. And one more time. All right, we're going to leave it out to the side, drop it down, and then with that toe, brush the ground. Yeah. Like you're drawing a circle on the ground with your toes. All right, let's leave it out to the side there. Sole foot on the ground. Head over, heart over, pelvis to the front. Everything zipped up. You're going to put your hand on that leg. I'm first going to rotate in my hips a little bit to the left, and then my ribs, and then my shoulders, and then my chin, holding that knee there. Inhale, sit very tall, take a deep breath. And exhale, come on back to the front, walk that foot in. Okay, left leg comes up. Sitting back, C-shape the spine, and then sit up tall. Find the tip of the sit bones again, open wide the arms, and then again. Open wide the arms, and again. And one more time. Okay, we're going to keep it out here. See if we can swing it out a little ways without moving the body. Yeah, you can drop it down. That's okay. Whatever works for you. Zip up that middle again. Nice. Oh my gosh, everybody sat a half an inch taller. And one more time. And then bring it right back in. And I can't remember what I did. We did the floor. Gotcha. So draw that circle on the floor. Those socks are so cute. I love those socks, Shirley. You have flowers on your feet. I know you did. They're so cute. I think they were cheap. That's why I bought those. Okay, head over, heart over, pelvis to the front. I'm holding that leg out. And then first a little move, just ever so slight movement in the hips. Ooh, there comes a little stretch. And then the ribs, and then the shoulders, and then the chin. And you're holding that knee there. Inhale, sit extremely tall. And exhale, come on back to the front. Bring that foot back in a little bit. We'll take the other one out. And we're going to go around the world right here. Yeah. You think I was giving something away. I know, you just don't want to watch the news, right? And let's switch directions. And around. All right, let's take the arms out. We have our feet wide, so we have a good broad base here. You could do it with hands here, or here, or here, or out. I'm just going to go side to side. Now remember how I said before? Both sit bones are pressing into the chair, so they're not lifting up as you do this. Sit heavy on the right sit bone, then sit heavy on the left. Push it into the chair. using your core muscles to do that. And again, good lateral movement. We want to keep that part of the spine very flexible. And again, all right, we reach that right arm up, and now it's going to come forward, and the left one's going to come back, and then we're going to switch. And then we're going to switch. And again. And let's just wash the wall here. So side to side now, all the way over. And take the shoulders, take the head with it, if that works for you. Don't get yourself dizzy. If you want to slow down, that's fine. But let's get that whole spine turning there. And one more. All right, back to the front. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands press firmly down on your legs. Push them down. Shoulders down. Ribs and hips connected. Sit nice and tall.
Shoulders.
My gaze just goes there. I'm so sorry. All right. We hinge at the hip. Come forward. Still pressing down. Still straight back. Belly in, belly in. And then go ahead and release down. Push off those hands. Scoop the belly. Round the spine. Come all the way back up. And we're going to stand up. So I'm going to bring my feet underneath me a little bit more and get ready for this. Okay? 2 times here. If you're good with that. 2 times here. If you're good with that, 2 times up. Use the chair, turn around and use it if you need to. It's okay. Here we go. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, sink down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Belly in. Inhale, rise. Exhale down. Try to resist that urge to really lean too far forward. All right, and here comes the last one. No, I lied. One more time. Here's the last one. Anybody sitting? Let's get up. Here we go. Reaching to the ceiling. Drop your shoulders. Connect the ribs to the hips. Soften the knees just a little bit. And release the hands down. All right. Now, we're going to move to the back of the chair. We may need to do a little shifting in the chairs here. So, you do what you need to do here. You know what? I think I might just move this back here a little bit too. Oh, there's that crumb again. All right, lets me get back just a wee bit further here so I can see my feet. I'm gonna move this back a little bit now that you're in the back. You're fine. You don't need this space here. Okay. Lovely. Downward facing dog first. It's a stretch everybody needs to know. Your hands on the chair. You're going to walk the feet back, hinging at the hip, lowering the heart towards the earth. You find what feels good to you in this. I can't. I'm not in your body. I just have suggestions. I want you to turn the tailbone to the back wall. Soften your knees as much as you need to do that. Bring that belly in. Breathe into the back ribs. Feel the back expand. One more breath. All right, taking the gaze over the chair, step into mountain pose. So the heels are going to be underneath the sit bones. All right, they're not wide, they're not close together, they're just perfect. All right, under the sit bones. So soften the knees when that tailbone turns towards the earth. Let the elbows come into the waistline. Here's where we zip up once again. Put this little tuck to your chin here, so that the head doesn't fall back. When we think we're going to sit tall or stand tall, we go like this. When reality is, you want to keep this chin on that imaginary shelf. Nice and tall. Okay, one hand on the chair if you need. I'm going to take this arc over and let my hips push over to the right. Nice side stretch. Come right back up, and then we're going to go the other way. Same thing. Use the chair if you need to. If you don't, let your hands slide down the leg and turn your gaze that way. Transferring the weight, but keeping all parts of the foot on the ground still, right? So I've got big toe edge and baby toe edge of both feet in the sneaker or on the ground. And over. Let's keep that arm up, reach to the ceiling. Okay, sink into the knees, elbows back, lift the heart. And then come right back up and tuck the chin. One more time, sink into the knees, lift the heart, and then tuck the chin. All right, come right back to mountain pose. Scoot up just a little bit more. Step back. So we have space between you and the chair. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to halfway rise. Slide the hands to the quadricep muscles here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. I'm looking right here at the back of the chair. Slide down a little bit more if that works for you. Press into the shins with your hands or the knees, and then circle sweep past all the way back up. Deep breath in. Drop the hands to the chair. We're going to stay a little fur piece away because we're going to take some cat and cow. Eyes up, heart forward. It's like you're looking for something off in the distance. And then exhale, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone underneath, and C-shape your spine. Drop your chin towards your chest, find your navel. And then again, inhale, straight legs, straight arms. Eyes up, heart forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone round. This should feel awful darn good, and I encourage you to do this every single day. So the inhale is always the extension here, and the exhale is always the round. One more time. And exhale. All right, step that right foot out to the right. I'm going to take my right hand on top of the left. I'm going to bend my right knee and see if I can get a stretch down the right side of my body. And pass through the center. We go the other way. So step out to the left, left hand on top of the right. Bend that left knee. Push the hips to the back left diagonal. See if you can get a stretch there. Lovely. Come on back in. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. And let's just step the right foot forward to the chair so that you have a little space between you and the chair. And roll up on the back. Ball the foot. And sit back, roll up onto the front heel. Did I say that right? I think so. Okay. Yeah. And then roll back. Bend that back knee. I'm going to add some arms to this if this works for you. You need to hold on to the chair. Go ahead and do that. Rolling up. And sink back. You want to turn that toe out a little bit in the back? That's okay with me. Whatever feels best to you. Deepening this as much as you're comfortable. And back. One more time. And back. All right, now keep the hands back here, straighten the legs. We're going to hinge at the hips. Little bend in the front of the knee, right in that front knee right there. Let the heart lower towards the chair. Knuckles to the ceiling. Come right back up. Bring the hands together. And deep breath in, step forward. And we'll step that other foot back. So same thing here. I'm on the railroad tracks, okay? I'm not on the balance beam. And then roll forward. Sit back. Bend that back, and you're going to send those hips back when you do that. All right. Lifting up and sit back. So find what's going to feel good for you here. And then we start to add some arms with this. Yeah, this is balance. And so feel free to use the chair, please. All right. Nice stretch in the calf. You work through the feet. And again. One hand on the chair, please. And one more time. All right, coming back. Let's see, I forget how I got into it, but nevertheless, we're going to come into this pyramid pose. Little micro bend in the front. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. I have put a pencil between your shoulder blades, and you want to hold it there. All right. So here we go. We're going to hinge. Belly in, knuckles to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Now to get yourself back up, push through the toes on the front foot. Reach the hands to the ceiling. If you don't need the chair, don't use it. Step forward and back into mountain pose. Step out to the side and shake out. Lovely. Okay, grab a drink of water. Back warmed up. I think we're good. Okay. So, from the back of the chair, from mountain pose, walk, step, or jump your feet out wide. Bottom. It's up to you entirely. And then turn that right toe to the right wall. Sink into the knee and come back. Pull that toe back up. And again, now use the chair if you need to. Otherwise, I'm going to use my arms. I'm going to push out and come right back up down low. push away. Come right back up. I'm lifting my toe. If that doesn't feel good to your heel, don't do it. And back. And again, resist this, all right? You're going through butter. Push and back and push and back. And we'll see if we can find our warrior two. All right, so front knee over the ankle. Back leg is straight. That left toe's facing the front, but right toe's facing the right wall of your imaginary box. There we go. And then shoulders are down, but chest is lifted. Yeah, nice broad collarbones. And we'll take this side to side. Touch the leg, touch the knee, side to side. Now, nice and secure from the navel down. Nothing's moving. Just be aware of this is just real movement in the rib cage here. In fact, you could do it without any arms either, just the ribs. And down. Okay. Coming into reverse right now, lifting to the ceiling. Use the chair if you need to. Look towards that arm if that's accessible, or you could put the hand on the thigh, or you can tuck the hand into your back right pocket. And then draw that right shoulder back. Breathing. And this arm is lifted. See if you can find some length. Maybe it's in the fingers, maybe it's in the whole arm. As you press the fingers down, lengthen. I'm sorry, as you press the toes down, the fingers that are on your feet. Front knee is bent still. Here we go, back to warrior two. Find it. Head over heart over pelvis to the front. Wow, fabulous. Now to get into side angle, we're going to slide just a little bit and rest and reach. Finger down, hand down. Look down towards the earth. And I say that because I want you to be sure that knee is going in the direction of your toe. You haven't buckled in, you haven't lifted up on that baby toe edge. Press that down. And then look towards that upper arm and use the chair if you need to. Nobody falls. That hand to the back of your head, right where you would put your hat. And use the chair if you need to. Press that elbow back and turn the gaze to the ceiling. So opening the chest a little bit more. All right, drop that hand down, come back to warrior two. How's that front leg feeling? Okay, press the knuckles back. Give yourself a hug, drop your chin. All right, now as if you're going to take your shirt off, drop your hands down, up over your head, turn that right toe to the front, come into star pose. Drop your shoulders, connect the ribs to the hips. Lovely, lovely. Okay, we go the other way. We're going to turn that toe. Same thing here. We're going to brush out and pull right back in. And then again, I let my knee go a little beyond my toe as I do this exercise, and then I'll back it up when I come into warrior two. But push away, go through that butter. Turn your shoulders. Let the ribs do the work here as well. And if you can slow this down. Don't feel like you have to take this fast at all. The inhale comes back. The exhale pushes. And back. All right, we're going to come back and see if we can find our warrior two. That front knee over the ankle. Back leg is straight. Arms out. Drop your shoulders. Yeah. And settle in. Remember how I said before, we lift the arms, but then we find length. So you got them up there, lengthen whatever is accessible to you. And again, we're going to go forward and back. Just in the ribs. So very secure from the navel down. Press the feet down. Imagine they're starting to slip out. So you got to pull up in the middle here, right? As I said in the beginning, don't hold your breath. Just keep breathing. All right, into reverse. That arm lifts and then it finds length. And you can use the hand here, chair, or back left pocket now. Roll that right shoulder back a little bit as you reach. Come back to that nice calm breath. Level this out, head over heart over pelvis. Don't anticipate where we're going, but then we are going to slide the ribs and windmill the arms. See if we can find the ceiling with that arm. Drop your shoulder down there. Look down towards the earth, and I say to do that so you see the knees buckling, is not buckling in. You've got that baby toe edge pressing down, and then look to the arm if that's accessible. Drop the hand to the chair. Use it if you need to. Please, please. get a bigger stretch in the chest. So the hand's going to drop to the back of the head. Then we're going to take that arm back as you turn the gaze to the ceiling, opening the chest a little bit more. Let the arm swing down and around. Land back in warrior two. Lovely. Little baby fingers press back. Give yourself a hug. Turn the toe to the front. And now, like you're going to take your shirt off, star pose, drop your shoulders. Let's bring the heels in, okay, and the toes out. And we'll take our moonflowers here. Boy, when the eclipse happens, I have all sorts of music and movements we're going to use. Sink down and rise back up. We will have class because the eclipse is supposed to be in the afternoon. So we will have class. Even if it's cloudy, it's going to get dark. I mean, I think it's going to be cool. A million people must think it's going to too, because they're all going to descend upon this town. For those of you that don't know, we're in Buffalo, so we're in the path of the eclipse that's coming. All right, clap your hands together and all the way back down. Just as we walk, step, jump them out, we walk, step, jump them in. Your choice. Downward facing dog. And then now you may need a little bit of movement. I do. I love to sink into one knee and then the other and kind of move my spine around. Get those little kinks out and then see if you can come to just stillness in your most perfect downward facing dog. So my knees have a little bend to them, my belly is pulled in. I'd like to splay my fingers out and reach them forward, but if you need to grip the chair, that's okay too. Breathe. One more breath. All right, bring the hands back to the thigh muscles and sink into the knees. We're going to reverse swan dive back up. Okay, so from here, sink into the knees, press the elbows back. We'll take this little vinyasa. It's just a little different than what we've been doing. Elbows in, drop the chin to your chest. Reach to the ceiling, forward fold. We take this halfway rise, slide the hands up towards the thigh muscles. You're looking towards the back of the chair, squeeze the shoulder blades. And then we're going to slide down the legs. Now press into the shins. Let the heart come forward. You should really feel that back work here. Let's take the right arm out to the side. Maybe lift on an inhale and exhale down. Left arm out. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. And then reverse swan dive. I'm going to sink a little deeper. Maybe your fingers will grace the ground. All the way back up and down. Beautiful. Step out to mountain pose. Lovely. All right, let's get a drink of water. We'll come back. We shall move on. Okay. Step the feet out wide. Let's take a couple of sunflowers here, too. There's another good one for the eclipse, huh? So you may use one hand on the chair if you need to. Nice deep breath in, exhale. I'm going to sink into my knees and scoop down. Now let the fingertips come around and touch your shoulders and all the way back up. And your gaze goes down. Push through the feet. Maybe the gaze goes up. And if you need to keep eyes straight ahead using the chair, just keep switching, all right? And down. But you're gonna, this is strengthen the legs here. Tailbone goes back. Don't let the head fall below the heart, okay? So you have to bend your knees. We're not hinging. We're bending knees. And one more time, all the way back up. All right, so turn that right toe to the right wall. Both arms up here. I'm gonna start to push my hips to the left. And then when my inner thigh says, I think that's enough, I'm gonna open the arms into triangle pose. You may stay where you are. You want to deepen it, go ahead and find your triangle pose here now, all right? Using the chair if you need to, that's okay. Maybe turn the gaze skyward here, if that works for you. Breathe. Let's let this arm float towards the ear, and then find some more length for a side stretch. And then drop it down and back to star pose. All right, lovely. Return the toes. Bring the hands together. So my left toes facing the left wall, right toes No. Yeah, right toes facing the front. And with the hands up, I'm going to push my hips first to that right wall. And when my inner thigh and hips say, okay, that's enough, I open the arms and land those fingertips wherever you want. Slide down, deepen it, or whatever works for you. Find your triangle pose here. And this arm floats to the ceiling if it's accessible. And I say that because I would never move anybody's arm, all right? But let me see if I can show you what I mean by this. For Pat, can you bring your hand here? Yeah, a little higher, all right? See, she's working where she's able to. Can you bring it a little higher? Okay, I would never yank your arm around, but if I were to say, bring it up here, see if you can. Okay, enough of that. Let that float over your head. Ooh, stretch the fingers. Let that stretch come into your side body and then circle around right back up. Nice deep breath in. Bring the hands in. Sink into the knees. Lift the heart to the ceiling. I'm going to walk my feet in and all the way back down. Shake out. All right. Twisted triangle pose. Turn to the right wall. Step back on that left foot, and you're on the ball of the foot, so the heel's up, all right? Sink that back knee. Come right back up, don't let go of the chair, all right? Sink that back knee. Use the chair to help you here. Push into it and get yourself back up so you can get a nice range of motion, a nice lunge. Looking straight to that left wall. Don't feel like you have to look at me. Don't look down. Look towards that left wall. You have zipped up that middle section, right? All right, and one more time, and then hold. Now, both hands, first of all, that arm that's furthest away from me, lift to the ceiling. See if we can find our high lunge. That means you might let that hand float off the chair and up, or you might need to keep it on your chair. That's okay. So a little bend in the back knee, heel is up in the back if that's accessible. All right, drop that hand to the chair, and then we're going to arc over towards me. So another nice side stretch. From here, that hand is going to come to the chair, and you're going to turn to the front of the room. All right? Drop that right shoulder. Yes. So I have a long line from the crown of my head to the heel. I am hinged at the hip here. Twisted lunge. Can you release that hand, the left hand, to the shoulder or to the hip? Now I'm going to try this. It's not for everybody, but I'm going to reach to the ceiling. Nice work. Both hands on the chair. Look back to the ground. Step that back foot in. Deep breath in. And hands back to the heart. Let's skip the sun side or the vinyasa there. And we go the other way. Rise up on your toes, tiptoe around. Little shake out of your feet there. Okay, so the other side. Mountain pose. Let me talk you through this. Try not to look to me, because every time, we're so forward thinking that when we look the opposite direction, our balance goes off. So always looking forward and just listen to my words. So I'm going to lift the foot that's furthest away from me. I want you to do that. And slide it right back. Ball of the foot's on the ground. The heel is up. I have a little bend in that back knee. We're going to take those lunges. Sink down and come right back up. Keep your hand on the chair. Bend whatever is accessible to you here, all right? Bend whatever, well, the leg. And back up. And use that hand to push you back up if you're afraid you're not going to get up. But we keep moving what we can when we can. Little hinge is okay, that's fine. You load up that front leg then when you add that lunge. All right, and one more time. And now we're going to see if we can find that high lunge. So reach that opposite arm up, the one that's furthest away from me, to the ceiling, and drop your shoulders, connect the ribs to the hips, squeeze the inner thighs, and if you find some balance, maybe that other arm could come up. But you are as solid as can be from, I'm going to even say, the rib cage down. Awesome, gang. Awesome. Okay, drop that hand, right hand back to the chair. Take this little arc over towards me. Feel that lengthen come out of that left hip. And now that that left hip is nice and long, you're going to drop that left hip to the chair. Left hand to the chair. Oh gosh, and drop the left shoulder. And in fact, for me, I'm even going to use this little push me, pull you on this chair to help this rotation here. Okay, you're more comfortable with that foot down, go ahead and drop it, all right? Maybe looking towards that right shoulder. Maybe that right hand can lighten up on the chair. You remember last time we reached that arm to the ceiling, but only if you're ready for it. All right, drop both hands back to the chair. Look towards the earth. Step that back foot in. Deep breath in. I'm going to step away from the chair so I don't hit my arm. And forward fold. We'll take this little vinyasa here. We halfway rise. Hands come to the quadricep muscles. Slide back down, pressing into the shins. You're looking about 4 feet in front of yourself here. Deep breath in. And exhale. Circle sweep the arms. Come all the way back up. Reach to the ceiling. And all the way down. Shake out. I better check my clock. I've been doing this. All right, grab a drink of water. Still getting 10% off. All right, so we balance. Step the feet out. No, let's do this. Let's put the right foot behind the chair and step out on the left foot. Okay, I'm going to turn my toes out just a wee bit. So wide standing mountain pose here, essentially. And then we're just going to rock forward, toe ball heel to the ground, lifting up, toe ball heel. You've got one hand near the chair, but take that body with it. And then just be aware of when you come back, you are going to toe ball heel. You're not going to fall over like I just did. All right, so you're articulating, working through the feet. Push it down, down, down. Push it up, up, up. Okay. Coming over now to the right side. We're going to keep that left leg lifted. I'm going to put both hands on the chair. Flex this foot. Now, you're going to want to turn it to the ceiling, but what I want you to do is lift the heel so the knee faces straight in the front. And you're going to use the right hand on the chair. Let's see if we can lift that left arm. Looking to the front of the room is just fine, but long legs and long arms, so this isn't going to cut it, right? You want to send some energy through that leg. Connect the ribs to the hips, nice and tall. Long lines, crown of the head to the heel. Maybe. And then settle back into that foot. Slide down the legs, tuck the tailbone round back up. So we went from half moon pose to falling star, but nobody fell, and that's great news. Other side. So we do the same thing. I love the way this feels in my head, just side to side, pressing through the feet. It makes me concentrate on my feet. When you're home in bare feet, work on that. Just see how that feels. I'm pushing the toes in the ground, and that's what gets me back up to the other side. Okay, so coming over to the left side, lifting that right foot. Flex the foot, nice and strong. Toe face the front, knee face the front. Body's facing the front. So watch this doesn't happen here. Yeah. One hand on the chair. Maybe we can lift. Nice and tall. Squeezing the glutes, really working the legs. Toe to the front. Breathe. And then maybe falling star. If that's accessible to you, keep the hand near the chair. It's amazing what a little finger tap will help you do. And we're going to go back to that foot, all the way down, deep breath in. Hands on the thighs, don't touch your face. We're going to slide down and round, tuck the tailbone and round back up. Shoulder rolls up around. Give yourself a hug. Ooh, and then like you're taking your shirt off all the way up and around. Shake out, shake out. Let's grab a drink of water. We'll sit back down. Very good. Ooh, ouch. All right. All right, here we go. Okay, edge of the seat still. We're gonna take that falling star in the seat. I love it. Okay, so from here, you're gonna reach down and hold on to the chair right here. And then this arm's gonna come up. The next thing is you're gonna, as I always say, you're grounding through the sit bones. Not this time. You wanna lift up on that sit bone, but you have hold of this chair here, so you're not gonna fall out of it. See if that knee can lift. You have fired on the core muscles here. See if you can extend that leg. Navel in. Holding on, breathing. One more breath. And release, come on back down. How's that?
It's tough.
But safe, I think, because
I know.
you're not gonna fall, right? Okay, other side, same thing. You may find this side different. I do. This leg was shaking, but this is my funny leg. Okay, so over onto the other side. I'm gonna roll onto that left hip and let that right sit bone leave the earth. Reach up. Now you may stay right here, but you could lift the knee or you could extend the leg. Your choice. Couple of breaths. One more. And release. Walk the feet out. We're going to stretch these hip flexors here, although it's not as easy to do on these cushiony chairs. And then go to the other side, same thing. Drop that knee down. Hold on so you don't fall out of the seat. And back up. All right, both hands on the chair. Let's slide one foot out. I'm going to put the weight back on my hands. Squeeze the elbows in, but just lift the heart. Put a nice grip on the chair so you don't fall forward or don't slip off the chair. Switch feet, same thing. Toe to the ceiling. And both feet on the ground. Come forward, slide down the legs. Scoop in the belly and round back up. And bring that right leg up with you, because we're going to take this next stretch, this performance stretch. So I'm going to cross this leg over. If you've been told not to cross the midline, you know not to do this right. Foot stays flexed. You can hold the leg up. You could open it up. But the way you'll really feel the stretch is when you roll that low back forward and sit really tall. There it is. Nice. Every day. And this is another one of those stretches, as is cat and cow, you should do every day. One more breath. All right. Let's release that. You know what? Let's release that leg. We're going to turn towards that leg and end this little twist, but both feet on the ground now. Nice and tall. All right. Come on back to the front. Deep breath in. Forward fold. And roll the spine back up and bring with you the other leg. And we're going to cross this one over. Again, right there at the knee and ankle. Keep that foot flexed. And support it or open it up. And then press that low back forward. That's the key to this great, great stretch that you need to do every day. Nice and tall. We add this little twist. Breathe deep. Notice what a challenging, it's a little more difficult to take that deep breath in. So work at that. And back to the front. All right, deep breath in. Exhale, press the knuckles forward, roll back. And then inhale, extend that leg out. And drop it down. Deep breath in. Extend that. Oh, no. Bring the knee up. I can't remember what I did. Extend it out. It seems really nice, but it didn't come together right on the other side. I apologize. Sit on back. Gosh darn it. You know, I was going to do this core stuff. We're out of time anyhow. Settle on back and next time. Settle into the back of the chair. Open your eyes really wide. And then just let them drift close. And let those powerful jaw muscles relax. Let the eyebrows unfurl. let the ears and the neck relax here. And that'll translate into your shoulders and your front body. And just feel yourself sink deeper into the chair as you let go. Remember that little bird sitting on that tree is never afraid of the branch breaking because her trust is not in the branch, but in her own wings. Always believe in yourself. Wiggle the fingers, the toes, bring the hands together at your heart. Happiness comes by chance. Joy is a choice. Namaste. Hey, great job, everyone. Lovely.